YouTube, what's going on? Course of General's Comics and Pop Culture. And I'm coming at you today with another video talking about bags and boards. Yes. So, today I'm just comparing BCW polys with Ultra Pro polys. So, no Mylars. This is about your basic poly bags. Now, we got some BCWs right here, and these are both for current. And we got some Ultra Pro right here. So, these are probably the two most popular poly brands. I haven't used any other brand, at least as an adult. You know, I'm not talking about like in the 80s and 90s as a kid. But these are what I've used. And personally, me, over the last however many years, I am liking BCW better. And I will explain why. Now, let's just look at these bags up front here. One thing that I notice is that I know this is a blue bottom of their thing here. Let me take this. I'll take this out for you guys. And I want you to look at this stack of bags. And I can't take this out because it's on the bag. Let's see if I can do this. Here we go. Let's take that out. Now, do you guys notice a difference here? See if I change the light. Do you guys notice a difference? And as I'm looking at what I'm filming here, I can see it. Maybe not as clear as I could see in person, but the BCWs look bluer. To me, what that says is either the transparency is different, but it also can say that they're possibly thicker because they have more of a tint the more that you stack up. So let's pull one out though. Now, before I get into that, one thing I want to let you guys know, I don't have a fresh set of BCWs because I just ordered these in the mail and they put it in a bubble package and they folded it. Can you believe that? They straight folded it on me. And every single bag is a bit damaged. It has this, who does that? So I complained and they're sending me a new one. Hopefully they don't fold those. So yeah, these are really damaged. I used one that I thought was the best condition just to show off for this video, but let's go ahead. I have one right here that I took out, and we'll take out a Ultra Pro bag as well. Now, if you look at these, and I'm going to come down here. Whoops, got bags falling all over the place. Okay, guys, one-on-one, when you're just looking at them, the transparency, and again, I apologize. I know it's a video and you can't see as good as in person. I mean, it looks pretty much the same. One thing that I do notice, though, is texture. I mean, and it's like minuscule maybe, but it does feel to me that this is slightly heavier than the Ultra Pro. BCW is slightly heavier than Ultra Pro. I just, between my fingers and when I do this as well. So now, looking at putting the books in them, we'll go over here. And again, looking at them at a glance, no real difference. I mean, they're really the exact same size. They fit the books almost the same. But one thing that I did notice is that, okay, this is your Ultra Pro, and this is your BCW. The BCW fit in slightly, like when I'm putting them in and I feel it bringing down each side, is a little tighter. So I don't know if that's because the BCWs have a little bit more thickness, but you can feel them. They feel pretty much the same when they're in, when the books are in them. But one thing that I notice when I do this, and my back fingers, when I slide my back fingers on the back, next to when I do this here, I still feel, it feels like the BCW was a little thicker. Now, maybe it's not thickness, because I can explain it in a way to where the Ultra Pro feels a little smoother, where this feels more, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but I think the smoothness of the Ultra Pro is because it is lighter. When you look at the back, They have pretty much the same fold up here. And you still have a little bubble in both of them. And of course, how I tape at the top kind of is what makes the bubble as it is down here. So now, one thing I wanted to point out about Ultra Pro. I have this bag right here. I bought it last year, sometime last year, probably like maybe during the summer. And I wish I would have kept them. But just the other day, I went in and I pulled some out and they were wrinkled. And I wish I would have held on to them to show you guys. But these bags were still in the bag. And they were warped. I had not used them yet. And I kept the bag shut. Now let me show you guys something else about Ultra Pro. We'll come back over here. I bagged this book last year. Again, I don't know exactly what time. But it hasn't, this book has not been in this bag for more than a year. And let's see if I can show you guys. Look at those waves. This bag is a year or less old. Look at those waves. Look at that. Throughout the bag. On the back. Over there, look at that. Up there. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but the tape is a little discolored. And it's just, I'm dumbfounded, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm not keeping my comics in horrible conditions. So, again, Ultra Pro's coming out of the bag and being warped. It's crazy, guys. So, one thing that I want to show here and take note of is this is the Ultra Pro from last year. This is what they look like. This is what they look like now. They changed their bags. I think they did this like maybe late last year, like in the fall of 2017. Now, for some reason, I have a feeling that they might have changed the, I don't know, the manufacturing process a little bit, because the way that it's presenting next to this one is it's a little tighter. I don't know if you can see that. And I think this board, the board in the back might be slightly smaller, but it still has more of a edge here on each side. I don't know if Ultra Pro changed their manufacturing process to give them a little better quality. So we'll see though, because anything that comes out of these bags with the new print, I'm going to monitor. So maybe in a year I'll come back and see. But for right now, guys, here's my conclusion. When it comes to poly bags, I'm sticking with BCW. I am, until BCW fails me or does the same thing that Ultra Pro has been doing. I'm sticking with BCW. It sucks because most comic book stores, at least in my area, and there's a lot, now carry Ultra Pro. The one in Davis carries BCW, but they carry the BCW Current Thick, which is actually a bigger bag. So I probably have to go online and pay a couple more dollars. I can find them on eBay for, I believe, what did I find this for? Or Amazon for maybe $7.99, but you get free shipping. Whereas, you know, for 100 pack in the stores, you can get them for $4.99, maybe $5.99. And then at A1 sales, you can get them for 20% off, and they're $4.99, so you get 20% off. So it's kind of a bummer that they're not carried in more locations locally, but I'm sticking with BCW, guys. On top of, you know, doing more Mylar as much as I possibly can afford. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys use. I know when I was doing this, contemplating which ones I was gonna stick with, and I was online looking for more. I saw different brands that I wanted to maybe try out, but they seem to be a little more expensive. But if you guys use any other brands, I would love to hear it in the comments, or maybe even do a video showing off what you use and how they look like, and let me know that you did a video. So That's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave me some comments as a feedback. Until next time.